Welcome in, folks. This is Babbage and Air. We're hanging out in the long, dark, and crumbling highway, trying to survive.
I'm starving.
32 means we have 4 days left here. Let's do the best we can. See here. Okay. Ooh, sounds bad. We're out of cloth, so we can't do any repairs. Okay, we're gonna risk it. Try to sleep for 7. Fold. Okay, folks, a little bit about me. This is me. I'm Babbaginator. I stream The Long Dark on usually Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I think it is my schedule right now. Yeah, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So just 3 times a week this term, but good to be here and excited for our current challenge and looking forward to the tournament that's coming up soon. I'm waiting for more news from Long Dark Forever, but when LD posts, hopefully we'll start up that tournament and we'll see how we do. Tournament, All Your Bases, was the very first tournament I participated in when I started streaming, and I hope in the last couple years I have become much better at the game and much better at these type of challenges. So we're looking forward to that.
anything.
We need more feathers.
Where can I find something to eat?
33. We just need 3 more days. Now we're definitely in the cold part.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
This time we're going to go back and hang out in the basement over here.
I'm starting to feel numb.
So not planning a particularly long stream tonight. We'll probably go for about an hour and a half.
Wait. It's so cold. I'm warming up a bit. I can barely walk with this much gear.
Try to warm up here. Okay, so
not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Uh-oh. It was caught off guard. No, that was not good. I did not know. I did not know that there was
It's all over.
another wolf.
My blood. Oh.
Yep. They respawned already. That was a mistake. I think that's a faster respawn than I was expecting. Oof, not good.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Not good. Okay, nothing's destroyed, but things did get pretty damaged. I thought there was just two wolves. Apparently the two wolves are back.
I just need to close my eyes.
Who knew? Oh, there's a little bit of excitement I wasn't looking for.
I need to find food.
Wolves respawned early. I was not expecting them to respawn so quickly. So normally in Crumbling Highway, there's only two wolves. And so I thought I'd killed both wolves, which I did. I've been eating their meat, using their hides. And that was like the previous day. This is day 33 or 34. Day 32, we killed both wolves. Day 33, I went outside and I was carrying some extra wolf meat on me to be on the safe side, just so I had some food, thinking that there were no wolves left in the region. Apparently I'm wrong. There's another two wolves. One of them jumped me from behind a hill, and I was like, I didn't even have a torch out. I was just so dumb. I was not thinking that there was a danger. And apparently there's extra wolves. Learn something new. Can't depend on how things used to be. I don't know if that's a bug or if we're just really super unlucky on this. Okay, roll, you missed all the excitement. We got jumped by a wolf. After I killed all the wolves in the region, I thought I was done, but apparently not. So, they imported a wolf. Okay. Anyways, welcome in, Firefooter. Firefooteron. Okay. It was really close. It was uncomfortably close. We were in heartbeat, and luckily I had a stim, and actually, I forgot to treat my infection, so let's do that here.
Damn it.
Oh, wait a sec, I used the wrong one. I want to use this one. Antiseptic first. That was a close call. No wonder we weren't recovering. Yeah. Well, we could have lost it on the infection.
I could eat anything. This pack is getting kind of heavy.
See, the wolves are back. That's just not right.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
There you go. There's a wolf over here. Apparently there's a third wolf.
I can't feel my hands.
Oh, there's a deer over here now, too.
It's a goddamn freezing.
There you go. I don't think we hit him. I think we missed. Yeah, we missed. Yeah. The flare gun's really annoying. It keeps popping in when I want the bow. But we gotta pay you back, buddy. You did damage to me, I gotta do damage to you. Ran off. Chicken. Is there a scent on this? No. Where are you, buddy? Okay. Come on. Where are you, buddy? Come back.
One little fire. Damn it!
Yeah, the quickest way to bring him back is to grab a piece of meat,
Fire.
carry it with me.
Oh, lucky day.
And we're also losing condition from the cold, so that's not helping us. Let's do this. Well, let's see if we can lure him back over here. It's close. Curse you, wolf. Too sensitive.
Sure getting cold.
This is hard to see. There he is.
Oh my god. Soon.
It's just so too close to the fire. He doesn't want to approach. He'll be back though. There he is.
It's so cold. Just I think.
Ah! Mouse is acting too sensitive right now. Oh, we should play with the sensitivity on that. Come on back, guy. Yeah, you know when you come back. That works. Now you can leave me alone. Right? Finally. Some peace and quiet again. That's where he got attacked. We're not dead yet.
The cold is making my head feel thick.
Uh-oh.
My stomach feels like an empty pit.
Figures. Now, how do we turn that into...
Oh, so cold.
Cooking oil. This is cooking oil. I don't think there's any other use for it, so... Not really useful for us.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Do some shout outs here for our friends. Oh yeah, we're going to head on over to back to the cave, where we can at least blow some water.
I'm not sure I can carry much more. Jeez, this is cold.
How cold is it? -7. Okay.
Come on, little fire. Come on. Damn. I'm freezing.
34 days. Yeah, it's kind of interesting, the winter we're having here in Vancouver has been so mild. I mean, it's usually mild, but it is ridiculously mild right now. And more sunshine than expected.
All I can think about it.
Oh crap. Crap, 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 crap. We're gonna die. So stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid. Why are there so many wolves? Why? Why are there so many wolves here? No, we don't cheat death. We just end it. We have learned something very disturbing, which is that wolves, either the wolves are respawning faster or they're moving. That's disturbing. If they're moving region to region, that is really disturbing. If they're like coming over from, yeah, like I have now. That was our fourth wolf in Crumbling Highway. All I remember is 2. I don't know where they're coming from. So that totally caught me off guard to find another wolf, and in a blizzard. Blizzard wolf. That sucks. Okay. Did you hear the cougar there at the end? It's a little insult for injury, right? Yeah. God. I did not see that coming, which is exactly why I died, but I did not see that coming. I thought the extra wolf was a fluke. I didn't expect there to be a fourth wolf. So 4 wolves in Crumbling Highway is ridiculous. How in the world? It's like it's. How am I settling into the new place? This could be take 3. You know, I do want to check and see. So going back to fair to use question, I like the new place. I'm happy with it. I had a very pleasant night. Well, the whole day was actually quite nice. I was out for lunch with some writer friends of mine to celebrate Chinese New Year. So we went out to eat, and we ended up talking for a few hours, and then we went to a local bookshop where one of my friends spotted that her book was in the front window. That was really, really like awesome moment to see your own work like reflected back. And so we went to the bookshop, and she signed the book in the front window, and another friend had a book coming out later this year, and so had her book promo materials and talked to the bookshop owner. Yeah, I bought a book, yeah, as one does when you go and visit a bookstore. Then got back and worked on, I folded a lot of pot stickers. I've been making like guotia or jiaozi for Chinese New Year's. So I'd made some about a week and a half ago, but already eaten through most of that. So did her book is called The Lantern and the Night Moss. Yiling Wang. And it's translation and essays from, I think it's 5 Chinese poets. Excellent. It is one of the best books I've read in the last couple of years, honestly. I'm biased, partly because I'm a translator too, and I really find it rare to have someone write about the translation process, write about the reasons why they chose particular poems or poets, what their personal connection ends up being, or what they feel the struggles of translating a particular poem or set of poems might be. Like, what are the things that get left on the cutting room floor? Things that you wish you could have brought over but couldn't figure out a way to do? Or what are the limitations of language? She goes into great detail exploring all these different things. And also, she's also someone who the British Museum stole her translations and used them without permission in an exhibit that they did. And she had to go and fight them to get credit, to get them to pay her, you know. Oh, Roller wants a poem from Babbage. Okay. We will honor the demise of Astrid with a poem, I guess. Let's see here. Yeah. It was kind of harsh. Honestly, I was not expecting that. Loop. I think it has a Babbage reference in there. Okay, so this is entitled Loop, and it comes from my second book of poetry, Babbage's Dream, published by Sundress Publications in 2017. Loop. Where are you, Loop? Towards the beginning, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I moved it. Yeah, page 17. It's not too far. There it is. Okay, this is from Babbage's Dream. There is a nod to Babbage in there, so I think we check the box on that. Loop, here is the key and the kite and the string that winds its way to heaven. Or so we suppose, one thing circling back on another, returning. The pattern is always set in advance. The corner turned, we find the same storefronts, the same blank-eyed windows of banks. Not destiny, just our inability to escape ourselves and what we've written. Rain returning to the river, lightning to the hand that calls it home. All late summer, the sparrows in the dark skies, the rise and fall of kingdoms of waves on the lake shore, the body of the world breathes in and out, and we believe, as Babbage says, that what we've seen in the past will somehow determine what comes next. How his guests hovered by the engine in the front parlor, churning its continual flow of numbers into a miracle, when at last its tally leaped, seemingly unbidden by a millionfold. The scope of the spiral larger than any had imagined, the rules different, unknown, the same way I loop back to the place in memory where it begins, where it might end. You, in the courtyard, lit by the laundry room's glow, how your face turns in the light, and half-formed words stir in the fire of my iron-plated belly, as if I were part machine, part prairie blaze, with a heart full of gears and smoked honeysuckle, a mouth that only speaks in steam, the language of vapor and longing, and a kiss that circles above our heads and never quite descends. Okay, so that was Loop. So lots of things going on here. The key and the kite and the string that goes up to heaven, that is a very famous reference to Benjamin Franklin and sort of the discovery of electricity. An experiment he did where he flew a kite and had a key on one end so that the lightning, so it formed a circuit. And so here Loop becomes the circuit. Then it goes into sort of a film loop where you keep every corner you turn, you end up seeing the same loop of footage again. And then the ways in which there's this constant ebb and flow, breathing in and out of the world, things cycle back, things rise, birds rise and fall, waves rise and fall, the whole world rises and falls, breathing in and out. And Babbage says in one of his notes somewhere, he says that he was talking about here an experience where he was demonstrating, his what he referred to as the beautiful fragment, which was a smaller prototype of the difference engine, which he used for doing demonstrations in his front parlor. And so the difference engine was different than the analytical engine, which would have been the first computer. The difference engine simply was could handle the polynomial expansion of any function and determining the values of any function at any point in time. So basically, it was a way of calculating tables of values at a time, or string or series of numbers would get put out from, the expansion, this series calculation. And so in this particular case, what he had this kind of a parlor game where he would show people, he would crank the turn and would display the next set of numbers, and it would increment at first by, I think it was 10. And so, and he would keep turning, and it seemed fairly obvious that the next number was always going to be 10 more than the last number. And so everyone would become convinced that that was just the pattern, that was the rule. And then he would say, okay, how about now? And they would all guess it was going to be incremented by 10, and it would suddenly jump 1,000,000. And they were like, what happened? How did it increase so much? Did you change something? He says, no, it was written in the, and everything worked off of punch cards, which he used to store the program or the algorithm description. And so basically what he was doing was he was saying that this program that was running it starts off incrementing by tens, but when it reaches a certain number, it then switches to a subroutine, so a different call that then uses a different rule, and then once the requirements are fulfilled, it returns back to the original rule. And his point in doing this was tied to something he'd written about in his Ninth Bridgewater Treatise, which was a theological text from the standpoint of an engineer or a mathematician, in which he argued that what we see in the Bible as miracles, which seemingly deviate from the natural order, break the rules of nature, as some people would say. He says they don't. That in fact that they're simply following. The rules of nature are actually more complicated because they have subroutines. They have these clauses or conditions where it would take a deviation, execute a different piece of code, and then come back to the original. And so basically all he's saying is there's no such thing as a miracle. It's simply a subroutine that was planned in advance by God. So making God sort of like the grand programmer architect, and making basically our observed phenomenal reality the output of a program run by God, on the machine of the world. So effectively, Babbage is putting forth the idea of simulation theory, which is really, really interesting. It comes up with this particular idea. So anyways, that's kind of the other loop that's happening here, is like what we think will happen versus what actually happens. And then it kind of moves back into sort of a personal memory of, yeah, I mean, I don't know how to go into a lot of details about this, but basically, there was a moment in which I was spending a lot of time with a friend of mine, and I found myself, dropping her off back at her place, and the light and the shadow and everything was kind of like pointing towards this is like textbook Hollywood moment where everything that you had seen in TV and film had told you this is the moment where someone would be kissed, and realizing that it was a moment that kind of came and went, right? And it was also a moment in which I learned something about myself, or starting to realize something about myself, that was basically that I'm wired differently than most people, and this is not something that drives me. And instead, it is I like companionship, and I like good friendship, and I like great conversation, and that's kind of it. It's like I don't need this other component. So that basically was sort of the light bulb moment for me. And so the possibility of something hovers in the air and never quite descends. I mean, you could read it the other way, which is, take it in more of a traditional romantic fashion. But for me, what actually happened was like the reality and the hypothetical never collided, Okay, so let's go back to figuring out what to do with Astrid. Take 3. Okay, so I think the other thing I want to do here is I want to figure out if LD has started up the new tournament yet. I want to know when I can participate. Does anyone know about this? Let's see. He has not made the formal announcement yet. Okay, so yeah, I'm interested in doing this, but he hasn't made the official document to announce it, I don't think. Because originally they were doing a ptarmigan tournament, and that kind of didn't work out or something. I don't know. So yeah, they haven't launched this yet. So anyways, so for the time being, we are left to our own devices. So it is back again. Let's pull this up here. I think we have to adjust our tracker because we are back to nothing. Reset our tracker. I'm very sad. We got to the point where we had everything we needed, and then we didn't. Okay, so, and then what else do we have? Challenge tracker. We need to change that. Okay, we will find out what this is. All right, we're back in business here. Yeah, we could do a completely random run again. I wonder if we should do a random run, or should we go... Do we want to do another attempt at this particular challenge, which I think is still an interesting challenge. Just like you have to expect there are wolves everywhere now. Yeah, I guess we'll do this. We'll do this another try. I feel like we didn't really give it a fair shot. Didn't get a chance to do a fair shot on this one at all. Okay. Is this third? Third trim. Okay. Sad days. Starting over. It's Thoreau. I recently learned there's a online digital critical edition of Thoreau's Walden. That is to say, you can... Oh, this is not great, but not terrible. I feel like this is Ash Canyon. Yeah. I think we could probably make this work, maybe. Let's find out if we can make this work. Okay, so we're going to draw from our deck of cards and see what we get. Okay, shuffling. Probably should at least pause here for a second. We're going to shuffle. See what we get. Sometime this weekend I'm going to have to get serious and do a real tidy up and clean my room, because it is almost Chinese New Year's and I haven't done the cleaning or part of Chinese New Year's. I'm usually too lazy to do that, but talking to people, I was like, yeah, it is a good excuse to do a real top-down clean of the place. Okay, so what do we got here? We have 4 of diamonds. That's 4 days here. That is definitely doable. We can do that. Totally do that. And the question is, can we get the safety without running into wolves?
Gotta warm up somehow. It's so cold. Want to lay down for a bit.
We go too far? Okay, we made it. What? Determined by a tarot card? Yeah, maybe. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, quality tools. Okay, we're off to a great start. We have our matches. More matches. It would have been nice to have clothing, but she can't have everything. Is there a plot? No plot back here either.
Come on, little fire. Perfect.
Second can. It's something.
surrounded by snow and nothing to drink.
Okay, we're at 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Okay. The question is, where are we going? Are we going... I think we have to go to the gold mine. But we're not going to be able to do that right now. So we'll have to stay here. Grab some cattails in the area. Ah, that's what we needed. Now we're armed.
think about his food.
Oops. Not what we wanted. I'm trying to see if there's a way to get up here. That'd be useful if there was. Yep, I don't think so. Yep. Here we go. Yeah. We were so close to getting out of that region, out of Crumbling Highway. We were on day 35 and we left it. We would have left on 36. But we got too greedy. And we were too complacent. We thought we could guarantee no wolves. And it turns out you can't. And I don't know if that's a bug. 24 hours later, they were back. It was wild. Oops.
If at home, we'll warm up soon. anything.
Okay, let's see what can we do next.
Come on, little fire. Oh.
Hmm. Hmm.
Damn it.
Okay. So no stream tomorrow night. I'll be running my online D&D game, which I don't know if I've told you about. It is basically all the players are running once great and notable or famous heroes of the realm who all have been living in the retirement community for the last who knows how many years, and now suddenly find themselves thrust out of their community for various reasons and having to make a way in their world once again as adventurers, even though they've forgotten pretty much everything they used to know. And so, yeah, they start at level 3, but they have a sort of a homebrew mechanic house roll thing where they can
Starting to feel numb.
attempt to channel former glory or regain former glory, which gives them a chance of doing something really outrageously good or stupid. So that campaign continues. We had our first session last week, and it was a big success. A little chaotic, but good success. And people are looking forward to the next one, next session. So far, no one's tried to argue with clouds. Yeah, we're calling it the last hurrah. No, not happy about this frostbite here, but we'll be able to make it through. Go away, go away, go away. Go away. Go away. Hey Tormuse, we are on a new run because we lost our run tragically on day 35 when we needed to leave on day 36. Something bizarre I've never had before. So I was in Crumbling Highway. As far as I knew, there were only 2 wolves in Crumbling Highway, which I killed on day 33, I think. I killed both wolves on day 33 and started harvesting them. And then on day 34, quite unexpectedly, I was jumped by a wolf. I was like, what? Where did this wolf come from? I thought I'd killed all the wolves. And so I barely survived, went back, recuperated, and I killed that wolf as well. So it's like, okay, 3 wolves. 3 wolves in this territory. Maybe they added one. And on day 35, I stepped outside in a blizzard and then was jumped by another wolf. 4 wolves. 4 wolves in Crumbling Highway? Weird. Yeah, I've never had 4 wolves in Crumbling Highway. That's like unheard of. It's like a tiny region. How can you have 4 wolves? How in the world does that ecosystem support 4 wolves? One deer carcass and 4 wolves. I have no idea how it works.
I've never felt so cold in my life.
Yeah, they weren't even Timbies. They're just there. A lot of them. Why? Why so many? Who called this convention? Yeah, I was worried I was going to lose that torch. I dropped it in the water. I was like, is it going to work? But it worked. There's like no carcasses, nothing. It's just this. Yeah, we have to stay here for 4 days. Ash Canyon, 4 days. But if we do well with our trip to Gold Mine, we might come out okay.
Come on, little fire.
You know, we could even do Gold Mine and then go and do Timberwolf Mountain Summit. Oh, I don't want to do Cake Stand. That's too hard. I did Stalker Keg Stand, where there's actually a chance of you getting a hammer and possibly being able to forge. Am I going to eat the wolf? At this stage, probably not. We have a fair number of cattails at this point, so I think we're fine. Let's see, 20 minutes, 3 minutes. But the cooking experience is pretty key. I need to level up cooking. I was really sad because we were really close to... We were on track to get a cooking 5 on the last run. Okay. Okay, Tormuz wants... I was about to say wants money. I was like, we don't. We all want money. Okay. Okay, let's get Astrid closer to the exit, and then we'll go read something. This actually might be... I don't know if we'll get to the gold mine tonight, or if we will pause and pick this up on Tuesday, I think. See. Yeah, I wish there was money. Yeah. Yes, a sliver of my my extensive Twitch income, right? Okay. I think we could probably make it to the gold mine. I think we'll run it. We'll try. Try to get to the gold mine. Feels like a good challenge. I mean, it's not a challenge. We know how to make this route work for us. We can book it. But we'll keep your poem request for the closing of the stream. Ooh, almost fell off. Oh, that is something called, you can Google this, look for Twitch Guru. Yeah, if you look for that, it'll explain how to set it up so it shows clips. It'll be under like video shout out or something like that. Or clip shout out, I can't remember what it is. Ooh. So yeah, with the old folks campaign, where we've left off, they were proceeding down the mountain from their retirement community. There's really only one path forward initially, and as they travel down, they discover that the wreckage of what looks to have been an ambushed merchant cart, most likely one that was scheduled to do deliveries up at the retirement community. And except it seems that not only was it ambushed, but wolves also attacked it afterwards and dragged off, very unusually dragged off the bodies. And so they decide to follow the blood trail into the woods. And eventually they run into a wolf den. They try to come up with a sneaky way to deal with the wolves. So they send one person down. And when they enter into the wolf den, they discover that there's a... Oh, actually, when they're ready to sneak down to go to see the wolves, they actually are ambushed instead by the wolves, which had detected them, rolled very, very high, circled back around them, and ambushed them with superior stealth. Um, and yeah, then they had this fight with the wolves and drove off one of them, killed most of them, and then some of them fled back into the wolf dens. They went into the wolf den. Actually, no, I guess one didn't go to the wolf den. They decided to explore what they thought was going to be an empty wolf den, and it turns out there are actually more wolves deeper in, and then some mysterious figure who seems to be controlling the wolves. They had a pretty good fight with the wolves, but the mysterious figure pulls out a wand and then casts a spell and creates a furball. Yes, instead of a fireball, a furball. A large furball blocks the entrance, keeping one of their party trapped inside, fighting off the wolves. And this caster. And then one of the other party members sets fire to the furball, but it turns out to be hyper flammable and ignites immediately, causing the person who set fire to it to take fire damage from the sudden inferno. Ooh. Yeah, everyone loves the wand of furball. So they tried to again and rescue their friend who had been trapped inside, fighting off the wolves. Of course, the one that got trapped inside was barbarian. Was actually quite happy to go to town on the wolves.
I hate being cold, because I really do.
In any case, they were about to face off against the guy controlling the wolves when he
This stuff will come in handy.
he escaped, possibly through a secret door and possibly through teleportation. And that's kind of where we left them, a little annoyed that their newly discovered antagonists got off so quickly. And they rolled terribly in trying to stop, intercept, or attack him. Yeah, it was a D&D session. It's my Sunday night campaign, which is an online campaign. Recently started a new one, and it starts off with them being, they're all elderly adventurers. Oh, actually, I'm going to go differently. They're all in a retirement community for retired adventurers, except for various reasons they have been asked, required, or find themselves needing to leave. And so they have to give up their comforts and head back into the world of adventuring. And except they've forgotten almost everything they used to know. So okay, I think we missed our turn.
So cold.
So yeah, so effectively they're level 3, even though once upon a time they were probably level 15 to 20. Okay. Yeah, so anyways, we pick up with the villain having slipped away. The party left to explore. Well, they think they found the secret door. They just don't know how to operate it. And they're not certain what they're going to find back there.
Oh, lucky day.
Yeah, but it's going to be fun. Oh, so much food here that I can't use. Yeah, I'm definitely getting sleepy. Yeah, so let's head into the mine and we'll wrap up for the night. We'll read the poem as requested. Oh, I'll probably have to spend some time tomorrow afternoon updating my notes and my prep materials for this campaign. Okay. Anyways, recap coming on Tuesday on that. I'll tell you how it went. Okay, so we are here. There will be a bed in here as well. We are on day 1.
Too cold to think. Come on, little fire.
Okay. Okay. We are on day 1. And we're going to wrap up for the night because, well, it's late. We need to read a poem. Okay, let's see here. Let's read a poem again. Return. I feel like we did that not too long ago. Maybe we'll do return. We'll see. How recently did we do return? Yeah, I feel like we did that pretty recently. So, yeah, we did that one not too long ago. Yeah, we just did loop. Okay, we could do Leviathan. Speaks to Babbage at the end. No, I'm trying to think if I'm in the mood to really do any of these, or if I want to do something. Yeah. I'm wondering if we should do something that is not. How can I put this? It is currently uncollected, sorted. Let's see. I think I'll read something that is in anthologies, but not in my books. So choose something like that. Oh, this might be more difficult than I thought. Anthology submissions. Okay. No. Yeah, let's see. We got orphan poems. That's not it. Really old version of the manuscripts. This is a strong argument for me to actually really do a compilation of all my poems somewhere. I thought I'd done it already, but apparently I hadn't. So, like, one of the ones I was thinking about, I don't know. I know where it is in the. It appears in one anthology. I probably could search for it somewhere. I'll have to probably just do that some other time. Okay. Oh, here it is. This is the one I was thinking of. So this is a poem that takes its inspiration from a a poem by César Vallejo, a very famous poem called Black Stone Lying on a White Stone, in which the poet César Vallejo basically predicts his own death. He writes about the circumstances of his death, and then many years later, he ended up dying on the same day of the week, and the weather matched, what was in the poem and a few other things. It was kind of this eerie sort of fulfillment of his own poem. And so because of that, it has kind of this notoriety in the poetry community. And it also is kind of a very odd but compelling poem. I think I'll read the original poem, or one of the translations of it. Let's see, black stone lying on a white stone from Vallejo. Okay, and so this is Robert Bly's translation. And so this is not my poem, this is Vallejo's poem. Written in, let's see, does it say when this one was written? It doesn't say when this particular poem was written. So this is Black Stone Lying on a White Stone by César Vallejo, who lived 1892 to 1938. I will die in Paris on a rainy day, on some day I can already remember. I will die in Paris, and I don't step aside, perhaps on a Thursday, as today is Thursday in autumn. It will be a Thursday because today, Thursday, setting down these lines, I've put my upper arm bones on wrong, and never so much as today have I found myself with all the road ahead of me, alone. César Vallejo is dead. Everyone beat him, although he never does anything to them. They beat him hard with a stick and hard also with a rope. These are the witnesses, the Thursdays, the bones of my arms, the solitude, and the rain, and the roads. Okay, so kind of an odd poem in which he predicts the circumstances of his death. And so, there was a challenge given to us to write something as an homage, as a reflection on this Vallejo piece or another famous Vallejo piece. And so I wrote this one about Saskatchewan. Thinking of Vallejo in Rabbit Lake, Saskatchewan. I will die in the fields, my body one with the boulders and unpulled stumps, an echo of gray against the infinite white. It will be winter, or it is always winter in Saskatchewan, and I will fall forward as if in prayer in a way so simple that the crows will pause before descending, unconvinced of my act. Perhaps I will pause as well, frozen in that moment, thinking instead of the poem I might write on the edge of a single stalk of grain or the narrow surface of an ice-filled ditch. I will die 6,000 miles from home without hearing the last train whistle turn to a sullen moan. I will die with no witnesses but the great expanse of sky, the god of wintering geese, the faint trails of smoke rising from distant farms, the chill of my own bones, the road, the silence, the gray, uneven night. That was my homage to Vallejo. It shows up in an anthology called Homage to Vallejo. So it's kind of an odd one, but not collected anywhere other than that one anthology, but something different to round up the night. Oh, I was going to read the Leviathan one. That's the last poem in Babbage's Dream. And I'm unlikely to go back to Rabbit Lake. I don't think there's any library jobs out there. I only visited there once or twice because my family had friends out there. It's a pretty remote, farming community. And there's nothing there. Absolutely nothing there. Would not go there. Do not recommend. No. Anyways, I don't hope to fulfill that. I hope to have a nice long life and spend it with Surrounded by good food and good people. Yeah. And not in bitter cold winter that lasts 3/4 of the year, right? So we'll see. Yeah, so let's figure out who we can go raid. And we'll save the Leviathan poem for another night. Okay. What do we got here? Who is up right now? Deadpool. Okay, let's see. Okay, do we go with Deadpool or Operator Opossum, who is experiencing Interloper? Yeah, I don't know. We'll try this new person. Okay, we'll try this. Okay, so we're going to head over to Operator Opossum, try out this new streamer, and support them with what they're doing, see how they're doing with Interloper. We'll be back Tuesday for certain. Okay, take care, and we'll see you all soon. Thanks.